Bad, Max. Ah, gosh, Max, you're gonna look terrible with this lighting of this phone because it's so high, high definition-y. All right, let's go through. Bruce, hello. Catitude, Debbie, Connie, Ruth. I think that's everybody so far. Catitude, yep, I think that's everybody. Sorry, I'm technically on time, but a few minutes late here. We had to get a community post done, and it took forever to do. It took like 45 minutes to do a community post that I just put out. As you all can see, and as I think I told you all on Saturday, hi there, Tigress. Hi, Jesse. Hello, New. Max has gotten now 3 kind of wounds on his face. He's got the original one right there, which is starting to grow some hair back. He's got the second one. I think this is the second one right here on this side, like by the whiskers. And then he's got another one, unfortunately, over there. So he will be going to the vet on tomorrow. Yeah, it's Tuesday, right? Yeah, so tomorrow. And we will be at the very least we will be doing at the very least. I think the phone went off further for a second. Hopefully, y'all can still hear me and everything's still going on. Let me know real quickly if the live is still working here. This phone did something funny. Hi, Betty. Okay. Let me know if it starts buffering in chat because I don't know, for whatever reason, these phones have been kind of wonky with these live streams. I don't know if it's our internet or YouTube. I have no idea. Um, Thank you, Bruce. Very kind of you. So what I was saying for Maximus here, tomorrow he goes to the vet, and we will be doing a full panel of blood work just to. Oh, no, he looks a lot more upset when we put this cone on his head, which was what I'm gonna do when we leave. He hates this cone. I think this cone might be causing some of his issues as well. Hello there, Maya. But like I said, blood work minimum, and we probably will also be very likely sending out a like a biopsy. They'll scrape like some of his skin to check for like parasites, fungus, bacterial stuff, and we'll kind of go from there. Um, The good news with Maximus, and if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask, and I will try to answer them the best that I can, as always here. The good news, though, for Max is his diabetic numbers are still uh, low. They're still like normal for a normal cat. Um, he's been like running in like the 80s to 90s. He's acting for the most part his normal self. I will say over the last like day to 2 days or so, he's been throwing up a little bit, but it seems like we have a couple of bad cans of food. Uh, Hello there, Tranquil. And Spence, I'm not sure if I said hello to you or not, but hello there, Spence. So we're just, there's just a lot going on. Oh, and it looks like right here you can see, this is real life. So he must have. This was a scab that was on his face, obviously, and he must have just more recently like kicked this off, or maybe this fell off. As you can see, some hair, and you can see there is a little bit of like blood there, obviously, but this is a scab, and that's weird with whatever's going on. Hello there, Star Ruby. Uh, he's been just Scabbing over healing, scabbing over healing. So, hello there, Sue. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. So he's been leaving little presents like this throughout the day. I don't want to like gross anybody out too much, uh, but yeah. So he's gonna go into the vet tomorrow, and hopefully we will start to kind of figure out, is this behavioral? Is he like developing anxiety? Is he developing a nervous tick, right? Is this like a mental thing going on for him? Um, or is it a food allergy, or is it something else? New, I got your question. Just give me a second, New. I will get back to that. And Bruce, I will get back to your question as well. Sue, yes, it is the natural with the scabbing. It is. We just need to figure out like what's causing this though. Is this like, is there going to be no more? Is it just going to be three and that's it? Or is there something more at play going on here as well? Hello there, Hudat. Hope you're doing well. Bruce, let me get to your question first since you asked me first, or you had your first question, I should say. So, first 2 days at work, Bruce, it's just onboard training. So you're just basically sitting and watching videos or getting presentations. Tomorrow, I officially start in one of the rooms. I will be working with mice, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of mice. They will be crawling all over my body. I kid, of course, but no, we will be working with mice. Very basic stuff in the beginning, being new, just cleaning cages and just basic stuff in the beginning. New, let me get to your question. One of your long-haired cats has been hawking up hairballs. Is this a natural thing? And somebody might have already answered this question, New. But hairballs, they can. Hi, Mr. Maximus. They can be a natural thing, New. It's not unusual for a cat when they're grooming themselves, especially a long-haired kitty, to throw up hairballs because as they're grooming, as they're licking themselves, they're collecting a lot of that fur down into their digestive system, and then eventually they're going to throw it back up. Now if it's happening daily, New, then either A, there might be something going on in the GI tract, or you might need to get like a hairball medicine, like a hairball treatment kind of thing. um, or you might, I don't know how often do you brush your kitty? Let me get back on chat here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Sue, we've been to the vet 2 times. The first time, the original time, Sue, we just thought this was just the one right there. We thought that originally was just like a scratch or a bite from one of the other cats and didn't think much of it. And then this one popped up and we went to the vet again. And what they did was a procedure just to rule out ringworm. Um, it's called the wood lamp procedure, where the lights go off and they have a UV light and they shine it like around where the wound is. And if it turns green, then that's a sign of ringworm. So this one just popped up a couple of days ago, Sue. So Max is going to go back to the vet tomorrow, where we're going to do blood work. We're probably going to do a culture, send something out, and have him tested for parasites, fungal infections, bacterial infections, and so forth. So that's kind of what's going on. Let me check with chat here, or chat, yeah, chat here. Hello there, Dalton. Your cats have been sneezing a lot, and sometimes it's a maroonish blood color. Should you be concerned? Yes, you should, because that could be, if I'm remembering correctly, Dalton, that's typically a sign of some kind of infection that may not go away on its own and might need some antibiotics, bacterial maybe, in order for it to clear up properly. New, you do brush very often. You also use a hairball treatment, and he doesn't. Okay, New, if he doesn't do it all that often, then don't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it then. Hello there, little artist. How you doing? Hello there, Icon. Hope you're doing well. Tazos, how you doing? I appreciate the kind words there, Tazos. Very kind of you. Dalton, hopefully you heard my answer. Oh, you did. Okay, wasn't sure. So, anyways, how is everybody doing? I hope you all are doing well on this Saturday. I appreciate you all hanging out here. Kitty King, if you don't see anything, exit the live stream, Kitty King, and then come back. Exit and then come back. Jesse, your mom cat's your cat. Sorry, your mom's cat died just this last Sunday, Saturday. This last Saturday. I'm sorry. This last Saturday, Jesse. I'm sorry to hear that, Jesse. Obviously, condolences to you there, Jesse. It's hard when we lose them, for sure. Hello there, Kristen. How you doing? Is it at sushi? At sushi lover? What are the things that I should get for my cat because I am a brand new person who has a kitty? So you need to know what you should get them. Well, a litter box so they can go to the bathroom. A food bowl, not get a ceramic food bowl. Don't get like plastic because that can lead to like cat acne and stuff like that, and that's not a good thing. A water bowl, the same thing. Get a ceramic or get something like this right here. If you're still here at sushi, get a water fountain like that, something where the water is running. Toys, get plenty of toys. A scratching post. Um, that's kind of like your starter kit, your cat starter kit, if you will. Hello there, Share Bear. 7017 too. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Little artist, you're literally about to go crazy because you messed up very badly with your math homework. I'm sorry to hear that. What kind of math are you doing there? Tigress, you're doing good, but sadly, Mr. Chase was hit by a car. Is that one of the kitties, Tigress? Was that like one of the babies, like one of the kittens? Hello there, is it Tanika Fox? Hello there. This is Max, by the way. If anybody's new here, we live with 9 cats, and they're all pretty much rescues or foster fails for the most part. Another cool thing about this channel, like I always like to tell, especially new people, is we donate all of our channel money to charity. We just recently, just this last Sunday, we donated, I don't remember how much, but we donated to like 5 or 4 different charities. So that's what we do at the end of every month. So if that's something that's interesting to you or something you might want to be a part of, then feel free to join the community. At Sushi Lover, you're welcome. And at Sushi Lover, if you have any other questions, if you subscribe to the channel and you see a video or whatever, and you want to ask me a question, then feel free to. It might take me a day or two to respond, but I always get back at everybody. Or I also have an email in my channel's description if you just want to email me directly. That also works for me as well. Tasso, Max couldn't be more comfortable. Well, I don't know. He's probably, has some itchiness. So Max here, for those who are new, also Max, unfortunately, he's got like some wounds on his face, like you can see here and here, and there's one on the other side. And we are in the process of trying to figure out if he's got a food allergy, he's got some kind of fungus thing going on. Does he have maybe stress? Because we're in the process of trying to sell our home. So there could be a few things going on. He's going to go to the vet tomorrow, and hopefully we can start to put together this puzzle named Max. Share Bear, can I check while you're blocked with your other channel? I will check. I couldn't answer that question right now, Share Bear, because I have absolutely no idea, as I don't block anybody on this channel. I can definitely look when I'm done with this live stream, and I can take a look for sure. Hello there, Richard. How you doing? It's Tanika. Tanika. Okay. One thing, Tanika, I am absolutely terrible with pronunciating. Um, apologies in advance. I try to do my best. I was never hooked on phonics as a baby, so sometimes pronunciating is terrible for me. Stromboni, not to alarm me, but there is a feral creature. Yeah, some say cats, even domesticated cats have a little bit of feralness in there. But Strom, if you're not careful, what will happen, Mr. Maximus Hill, he's gonna jump through the screen and he's gonna attack you. So just be careful, because Max might get you if he's in a mood. No, it's not a light. That's he got some wounds on his face there, Tasso. Kitty King, hope you figured out your Skittles was food allergy, but not what Max had. Tell me a little bit more about that, KK, if you don't mind. So, like, what did you do? Did you do like a novel food trial, or what happened? What was the result, and like what was going on? Excuse me, with Skittles. Hello there, Kevin. Not sure if I said hello to you or not. Rita, you also have four cats at your home. They are all sterilized. I think that's what that says, but honestly, I'm not sure. The Battle of something Fields project. Nothing happened to his lip. It's not his lip. He's got a wound up here that's pretty much healed over, and then he's got two wounds by his whiskers. His lips are fine, but he's got a wound right here that's healing, scabbing over and healing. And then he's got another one over here that's also scabbing and healing. And you can actually see there's some fresh, careful, Maxie. There's some pink skin starting to form there. So what exactly is going on? We're in the process of figuring that out, the battle. Sometimes cats, I don't know if you live with any cats or not, but they're a mystery from time to time. Could it be stress? Yes, stress is definitely a potential new. So I don't really know if this is helping him much. I am a fan of this product, but I'm not sure if this is helping for his situation right now. But Feel Away, we use Feel Away, and this is a different type of Feel Away. It's supposed to help with like scratching and stuff like that. It's only been a couple of days, and he's not like in this room all the time, so it's kind of unknown. The battle, no dog bit him, because these are indoor kitties. They do go outside in a screened-in porch, but they don't have any contact with dogs. But I do appreciate the possibility, the question or your suggestion. All right, we do these live streams for about an hour or so, especially those who might be new to this community, to this channel. What I typically do is I go around our house and just kind of show these cats. We talk about cats, or we talk about kind of whatever might pop up during the live stream chat, and we just kind of hang out with these kitties for an hour or so. There's 9 altogether. I try to show all 9. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes they're hidden. But we are going to leave Max here in about a minute or so, and then we're going to go check out some other kitties in another room. But KK, one stray looked like Max was bacterial, and the allergic cat used a cortisone ear cream. Okay. Yeah, Kitty King, Bruce, who has a daughter who's a vet, she thinks it's bacterial. My wife, I can't remember why, but she's thinking maybe this is a bacterial issue as well. So if it is bacterial, the only thing that can kind of show that would be a biopsy. It'll kind of help help diagnose this issue. Um, Spence. Yeah, so Spence, about a week ago, when we took him in for the second time, they gave him a Covinia shot, which is like an antibiotic shot, right? And it lasts for 2 weeks. So as far as that goes, he is covered. Um, as far as bacteria growth goes, because it's an open wound, right? I mean, you don't want it to get like infected. Hello there, Lewis, but he's covered right now. We also have Neosporin, this like triple. It's a triple ointment kind of thing. So it's the same, but well, Spence, it helps in a way that at least it's not getting worse. It's kind of like these three wounds are all kind of following the same pattern. It's like you get this initial wound, you would get like a circular, right? It's almost like circular thing that's going on, and then it scabs, it heals, it scabs, it heals, it scabs, and then it starts looking like this. This is the newest one, so this looks awful on the phone. I completely, I can see what you're seeing. So this looks bad. This is healing though. And then the one that's under here on the other side, we're already starting to see some healthy pink skin like this one. Well, this isn't pink, but you know what I mean though. You're getting like some healthy skin starting to show up on, you can kind of see it. You can kind of see it right there. Let me see if I can zoom in. It's just like it's on the edge a little bit. It's kind of hard to see. But you can kind of see where that healthy pink skin is starting to kind of go over. So it's just, it's like, but what is causing this? That's the problem. John, you think autoimmune issues can pop up suddenly, even in older cats? Yeah, definitely for sure, John. That is a possibility, of course. Let me see if anybody else has any other questions. The Chaser YT. Well, welcome back. Grace. Hello there, Grace. Hope you're doing well. Kitty King. That's okay for the sores, the Neosporin. Don't let, yeah, yeah. So Kitty King, we just put like a tiny, tiny, tiny little amount of Neosporin, like on a Q-tip. And the cool thing, the nice thing about Neosporin is after a like 30 seconds, it absorbs into the skin. But that was definitely where we're, and that's where the cone comes into play as well, right? So you put the cone on, and he can't access to lick it, right? The chase, a monster EF3 happened like 8 hours ago. Well, I hope everybody was safe. The battle, it definitely looks worse on this phone because this is my wife's phone, and she has like a newer phone, so it's higher resolution. So it doesn't look pleasant. That's all I'm gonna say. Connie, I'll do a video. I'll do a short or a video. I'm not going to do a post, Connie, because I just did a post just like today, and I like to like space my community posts out like about every 3 or 4 days or so. So I'll do a short or something about Max tomorrow. John, you've had cats that suddenly had latent autoimmune issues that only showed up in their older years. Well, Max is not that old, but he's getting to be in the senior. Lewis, great question. Is it making Max more lethargic? No, really, for the most part, he's acting like his normal self. Besides, like wanting to, rip his face off. I say that kiddingly, of course, but besides wanting to do that, he, for the most part, and he's been puking a little bit more, so we got to keep an eye on that. We don't want something to start happening with his tummy, right? But he's acting normal, so I don't know. Maya Catherine definitely has a better phone. That is for sure. Uh, New, you hope for Maxi, it's not FIV or FI, for feline leukemia. I am with you for that. I'm completely with you there, New. The good thing about about feline leukemia is at least you can get a test, and you can find out like right there. Our vets though don't think it's a test because he had his annual blood work done like back in March, and part of the blood work, it like covers feline leukemia, and it covers like these things. So we don't think it's anything like that, but you never know, right? You never know. I mean, we lost one with feline leukemia. He was only 5, and it happened so quickly. So, at Atamir, hello from Turkey. Nice to see you there from Turkey. Good publications. Oh, well, thank you. Kitty King, did you say something about your dad? I don't see anything. I'll have to look back later. Spence, again, the blood test that we do, it covers those things. So I don't think it's FIV. I don't have like the most experience with FIV. I know like Shelly, I am Raven, she does, right? But looking at like FIV, I mean, that's, feline AIDS. He's not exhibiting anything like that. But again, you don't know until you do all the testing, right? But you never know. Yeah, Tigress, that was me. Kitty mentioned that her. Oh, okay. Well, Kitty King, I hope your dad is doing okay. I don't know the situation, obviously. But we're gonna leave Max. We're gonna do the worst part for him, which is putting this cone back on his head. All right, so Maxie, are we gonna do this so I don't drop the phone? Come on, come on. Hi, Mr. Maximus. Hello. Let's put that down. There we go. I know. I know, buddy. I know. All right, so we're gonna say goodbye to Maximus for now. We might be back, but let's go hang out with some other felines, and Max is gonna look sad and pathetic with his cone on. Hello there, CTH houses. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. All right, we'll be back, Mr. Maxie. He's always got that poor, like, hangdog expression when we put that cone. I feel so bad for him. You know what? Let's do a quick hello to this little nutcase named Rosemary. Hi. He says, hello, humans. Nice to see all of you folk. John, you lost a kitty with feline leukemia at only 5. Yep. Many years later, Mitsu. Sorry, I'm butchering that name. Lives in a shoebox out in the family cemetery. Lyle Sloth, that was Max. He was wearing a cone because he's got some wounds on his face, so we're trying to prevent him from scratching too much. Your cat, Mr. Whiskers, turned out to having a FIV, and he lived a very long time with it. Awesome. Hello there, Jennifer. How you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. We're only going to be with Rosemary here for a second, and we're going to go into the other room. But we will be back, though, and visit this little gremlin a little bit more. Hello there, Weird Dino. How you doing? CTH, food grade D-Earth is a great natural supplement that you use. What exactly do you use it for the cats for? I'm curious about that. What exactly is it for? Aye. I'm not going to be able to say your name, but Thuramania, Bulimia, Sanamania, whatever. Hello. It helps fleas. Okay. Well, we don't have any fleas in this house. And it treats intestinal worms. We don't have any worms either. We are flea-free and worm-free. All right, we'll be back to check on Rosemary in about 15 minutes or so. Hi, Yoda. Back up. Hi. Pandora, are you holding up that wall well, honey? You says, hello, humans. Yoda. Are most of you out and about at the moment? Oop, Yoda, where's your face at? That's a star. That's a face. There we go. John, lucky to have an older sister. Family cat cemetery is on your sister's property, and there are probably your 20 kitties there. That's awesome, John, that you have a place that you can, kind of honor and have a final resting place on this earth for those kitties. We'll see everybody else in a moment here. I'm obligated. Yoda told me that I have to play with him first because he's a selfish little kitty. Because he'll go crazy if not. Even more crazy than he already is. I mean, he's already a bit of a loony. And he definitely loves his face. Weird Dino, she passed away to a drunk driver. The driver died immediately. She did not die. She passes on October 30th. I'm hoping that she was not in any pain. I hope not too. Time. This is Tiny, of those who are new. Tiny, not Tiny. As you can see, she's, she's got some girth to her. Oh, sorry, I must have offended her. Yeah, Tiny's got some weight on her. She's got a tiny meow. Baby, what's up? What's up, Nutty Calico? Oh, the boar. Baby. Yeah, you know what's funny? Tomorrow, I will be handling and dealing with, well, no, I probably actually won't be. Oh, I might a little. The natural food of these cats, which would be mice, which is very interesting. Hello there, Zelda. What's up, Zeus? Zeus is doing well. Those who might be new, this cat is 20 plus years old. She'll be 21 in January. It's, quite amazing. We must be doing something somewhat right. The baby, who was very aggressive, as you can see, kind of. So, Catitude, I'm working for a company called Charles River. Charles River is a clinical research. I did kind of somewhat struggle with the what this job is ethically, but they breed mice and rats of different genetic variations, and they then ship them out for places to do research on them, to help humanity, basically, and to help maybe if a person has a rare disease. That first step with that mouse or rat is kind of the first step of finding a cure for something. So that's essentially that's what Charles River is, and that's what I'll be doing. It's just helping, taking care of those animals. So like I said, I kind of struggled with the whole ethical dilemma of it, but even though we're trying to sell our home, we don't have like unlimited funds in our bank account. Uh, and I wasn't working for a while, so we need a second income until we get this house sold. Because the bills, the bills just keep on coming, of course. So, let me see. Just kind of going through chat. KK, you couldn't do that. Yeah, I'll find out if I can do it myself. I'm just gonna have to though. Hello there, Norman. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, catitude. There's definitely a lot of death. I mean, unfortunately. So, like when a mouse or a rat, is has a deformity or has a health issue, they euthanize them. If they have some kind of you know issue going on, they don't want it to spread from place to place to place. Or, uh, from enclosure to enclosure to enclosure. Um, so, but it helps pay the bills. On one end, yes, you are breeding rats and mice basically to their death in a way because they're going to get researched on and they will be euthanized after that. But on the flip side, though, this research that they do, like I said, will help people with various issues. Uh, some common, some not so common. And they're always trying to look for synthetic ways of doing things where they don't have to use these animals. And the one cool thing, not cool thing, I don't mean it like that. I'm not trying to say it cool, but the one, uh, it's not the right word either. Hang on a second. The one positive aspect of when these mice and rats do get euthanized is they don't go to waste. They don't like go out into a dump and then they just go in trash bags. So this company they donate these animals that aren't alive anymore to um, places that need them. For example, there is a raptor rehabilitation place. Let me go over to Orange. Raptors are like big birds, right? Hawks, things like that. I'll get to that question in a second about pancakes. So don't worry, who asked that. Bruce, yeah. Okay, of course, Bruce. I'll get to that question in a second. So they take it to these places and they help rehabilitate these birds. So even in like their death of that, they're helping out. So I think that's kind of a neat thing as well. I always kind of think, maybe the best way of doing research is not on animals, but why don't we just do research on people that are in the prison, right? In the prisons. I mean, they can serve some positive purpose for humanity because they're in jail, and let's just test on them. Um, I Let me go down and chat. I feel like I'm missing something. I try to like contact or try to keep up with everybody. The big yawn. We're doing on my own. Neighbor Kitty King. Neighbor has the same job up here, but she doesn't like the mice or the rats or cats. Okay. Kristen, you got to do what you got to do. It's a sacrifice to maybe find a cancer cure. Yeah, absolutely. That is part of it. David, you feel guilty. You once had a cat and was mean to it. Well, good, David, I do appreciate your honesty. for saying that. It does take some guts to say something like that, especially in a place full of cat lovers. But hopefully, David, you have learned from that and appreciate felines more now. Uh, New, you find it sad when they use mice for experiments. Once had a pet mouse. She was the sweetest mouse she ever had. Used to sleep in your hoodie with you. Yeah, New. I mean, believe me, I kind of struggled on this for sure. Um, Lyle, you can't do that. Can't do what exactly? Did I seriously say that? So, Lyle, I'm not sure what exactly I'm saying or not saying, but the thing with me, if you're new here, I say whatever on my mind. I don't, I mean, whether it's controversial or not, I say what I mean and I mean what I say. I don't, I don't sugarcoat stuff. I'm blunt. I don't know any other way of approaching it. Bruce, good question. As far as I know, no, but I can't answer. I don't know all the details, Bruce. I can only tell you what I was told. So I don't know the details. Maybe they go through some kind of process where they kind of, I hate to get graphic, but kind of bake out any kind of issues, if you will. You know what I'm saying? They put them in an oven. I mean, I hate to say it like that. And then they, kind of fry them up or, I mean, again, I'm not trying to be funny or gross, but I'm sure there's a process on which they help sterilize those issues. New, what is his name? This one right here, New. If you're talking about this one, New, if you're talking about this kitty, this is Orange Tang. If you're talking about something else, New, please let me know. Maya, your mother. See, I don't even use the word owned for a mouse, but your mother had a mouse that you purchased for her, and she loved him so much. That's awesome, Maya. Is the mousy when you say had? Maybe is the mousy not alive anymore? Knew the rat that you had was gray and white, and she was very playful. Yeah, I know. From what I've been told so far, excuse me, the baby over here, she said, put the camera on me because I'm looking cute and grumpy all at the same time. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so what I've been told is that yes, mice, no, rats are very intelligent creatures, very smart. Um, and mice are not quite as smart, but they can still learn, but just not as much as rats can learn. CTH, you had a calico named Rusty when you were a kid. How was Rusty, from what you remember, CTH? Was Rusty a little nutty, like this calico, a little split personality going on? Ooh, as I massage her brain, all of her evil ideas will come true now. New, you got to run. It was always nice seeing you, New. Have yourself a wonderful rest of your night, and hopefully we will see you in the future as well. Take care. Uh, yes, Rusty was moody for sure. Yeah, I guess Lyle must have left. Was that his name? Who's clipping things and can't believe what I'm saying? What I'm not even sure what he's even clipping, but yeah. Yeah, enjoy whatever you clip, Lyle. I mean, it's like, yeah, okay. All right. We're doing a random question. Is it normal for cats to play in their litter box? It is. Yes, it is. It is not normal for them to eat the litter, though. Weird Dino, if you have a cat that's eating litter, if that's a health issue, they need to go to a vet. If they're playing in the litter box, that's a different story. That's fine. But eating litter, eating poop, that's a sign that there is a problem. Kristen, your mom has a calico, and she is also a little cray cray. CTH Rusty did, however, save your family from a gas leak in the house. She wouldn't stop meowing. Oh, awesome. That's cool, CTH, to hear one of those kinds of stories. She knew something was up. How old is this cat, Weird Dino? How old is it? What was the cat's name? Frappuccino, I think. Yeah, Frappuccino. How old is Frappuccino? Is Frappuccino still a kitten, or is she an adult cat? All right, let's go over to Pandora. I got to keep an eye on the time. We're at what, 46 minutes? Okay. Hi. All right, Yoda. I got to put that down. Okay. Bye, Tine. Hi, pancakes. Oh, what's up, pancakes? Lewis, you got to head out. You're human, and the felines are demanding food. Thank you, Lewis. As always, appreciate you being here, and we will see you in the future. So have a wonderful night. Yeah. Go licky. Frappuccino, you're not sure what the age is. They act like a baby. She's a little chunky little girl. Oreo acts like an adult cat and isn't as playful. I was gonna say, Dino, if like it is a kitten or like maybe under the age of 1, then maybe they're just, I don't know, experimenting on eating litter. It's good that they spit it out, but do be careful. Do keep an eye on that, and it's a health sign. It's a warning sign if a cat is eating litter. They're usually, not always, but usually that's indicating, Dino, that there's some kind of nutritional deficiency that's happening within that cat. I will give you an example, actually. So Pandora here. Pandora used to have hyperthyroidism. She is cured of it now, but when she was really struggling and she was losing weight and she was, I don't think she was really throwing up, but when she was really having some problems, she started eating litter. My wife will correct me if I'm wrong on this, as always, but I'm fairly confident that this one started eating litter because she was having like a nutritional imbalance going on. But once we got her treated with a particular treatment and cured her thyroid, she is good, and she kicked the litter eating habits. So she might have even eaten some poop as well. Oh, here's a fun fact. Not to gross you all out, but something I learned today. So, not a rat or a mouse, but a rabbit. So, when rabbits are born, over their first about 6 months, when they're still with Mama Rabbit and Papa Rabbit, they, along with eating normal rabbit food, whatever that might be, they also eat their parents' poop. And the reason why they eat their parents' poop is actually to gain, 1, protein from the poop. 2, they might be lacking some kind of nutrient. Poop is nutrient dense, and it's just something that they do. And I did not know that before today, so that was kind of interesting to know. All right. Let's see. Spence, the cat you lost was trying to eat litter. Yeah, near the end. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Spence. That's when you definitely know there's a major problem going on. Was that Spence? I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to keep up with everybody in chat. Was that the kitty? I think you had was it the FIV? Did you have an FIV kitty, Spence? Let me know in chat. If not, I'm apologies. Okay, let's go ahead and FIV. Okay. Do you happen to know? Oh, never mind, Spence. I was thinking FIP instead of FIV. I was going to say, was it wet or dry? But there is no wet or dry with FIV. It's just what it is, unfortunately. All right, we're going to say goodbye to these kitties. Pandora, Zelda, Orange, the baby, Yoda, Tine. Kit is under the bed. I don't feel like crawling under the bed today. But most of you know what Kit looks like. She's a gray tabby. So let's go hang out with Rosemary, to finish up. As we can see, Rosemary went far. She did a little meow. Rosemary still got a little bit of a winky eye over here, as you can see. She's got a little bit of probably conjunctivitis. No, I don't know about conjunctivitis. She just got a little bit of a winky eye. She's got some green gunk. She's got a big mouth as well. But we've been giving her eye drops, and slowly but surely, it's been close to a week. But she is doing better, though. Her eyes are pretty clear right now. You got a little gunk. You can see there's a little eye booger there. CTH. Walter, your orange cat, was named after Tom Hanks' movie. Oh, The Money Pit. Yes, that was a very funny movie. I do remember The Money Pit. Tom Hanks and can't remember the lady, or like the guy with the blonde hair who was in Die Hard. That's a good movie. Is it Call Me Lizzie? I can't really read that. Casually gives them a box of Temptation cat treats. All right. Hello there, Jennifer. Hope you're doing well. Cindy, how you doing, Cindy? I'm glad that you can get you're able to get into this live stream, Cindy. I know sometimes you struggle getting onto these live streams, so I'm glad that you're here. Glad to see you as always. Shelly Long, that's right. Thank you, CTH. Bruce, hold on. Bruce, what did you say? Please let... Okay, Bruce. Okay, yeah, we'll let you know, Bruce. I'll send you, like I said, I'll probably just do a short or something, Bruce, but I might, because I know your daughter's a vet, I might send you out an email as well. But it may not be until Thursday. It just depends on how tiring things are tomorrow, to be honest, but I will definitely let you know, though. I appreciate that, Jennifer. If you are new here as well, a big hello and welcome there. Kenneth, hello. This particular kitty's name is Rosemary. A little bit about Rosemary for those who have never seen this cat. She is about 18. She has a thyroid issue. She is deaf. A few years ago, almost 3 years ago, I was working in an animal hospital, and her owner, because I don't like the word owner, brought her in to put her down, to euthanize her, because she did not want to take care of her anymore. Thankfully, our animal staff, veterinarian staff, they did a check on her, and she's old. She's a little skinny. She's got a thyroid issue. She can't hear, but she still has a high quality of life. And they said, no, we are not going to put this cat down because she is overall in decent shape. And they said, what we can do, though, we can take her off your hands. And she kind of became the hospital cat, if you will, for a little while. And we moved from where we are. And when we did that, we brought her along with us, and then she became number 9 again. We had 9 before, we lost a few, and we brought a few new ones in over the last few years. Weirdino, you just got headbutted by Oreo in the face. Kenneth, your cat is 18. He is an orange Maine Coon. Awesome. A lot of brushing there, I'd imagine, Kenneth. A lot of brushing with the Maine Coon. I appreciate that there, Jennifer. Rosie has her moments of being perfect, but sometimes she's a little devil. She's a little demon sometimes. Hello there, XUN. Hope you're doing well. I think that's a cat in your profile picture, a black cat, I think. Kind of hard to tell. But that's sad, blessed Rosemary, and hope her life stays healthy and decently long. Well, she's 18, so you never know. I mean, you never know. Yeah, Mark, hello and welcome. We have another kitty, Mark, that's going to be 21 in a couple of months. So, Catitude, I don't disagree with that comment, Catitude. I can't disagree with you there. Spence, out of the current group that we have right now, Zelda, because Zelda will be 21 in January. So Zelda's been with us since she was like 6 months old. You know, it's funny though, Spence. Like when Zelda was diagnosed with diabetes, 10 plus years ago, we figured that cat gets diabetes. They typically only live 2 to 3 years. That's just a normal lifespan for them. And we had three, like our original three, like my wife just said, they're from Arizona, and we thought she would probably be the first to go, but now she's the last of the original three. So, you just never know. Bruce, love the live. You got to go get dinner. I understand, Bruce. I hope you have a wonderful night there, Bruce. And we will see you next time. And I'll definitely keep you in tabs on what's going on with Max, Bruce, of course, as always. Lizzie, yes. Cats can get diabetes. Cats can get hyperthyroidism. Cats can get cancer. Cats can pretty much get any disease a human can, basically. And we have two cats that technically have diabetes. One is in remission. One has been diabetic for 10 years. We had two cats with thyroid disease. One was cured. Rosemary still has it. Weird Dino, can you ask the question again? If you don't mind, Weird Dino. Or I can look back up. What part of the world are you from? Kenneth, we are living in America, in North Carolina. Weird Dino, you have this question for a long time, but do you think Frappuccino still has baby teeth? Because I usually find her teeth around the garage. If you're finding teeth, then yeah, she probably still has baby teeth. Lizzie, all right, thanks. I'll keep an eye on my Russian blue named Echo, and hopefully your cats are also healthy. Lizzie, it's a mixed bag. Most of them are healthy, but Kristen, that's true. You never know. You had a super healthy boy until he turned 12 and he started losing weight. Lost him a month after being diagnosed with hyperthyroidism. Yep, I do remember that, Kristen. Kenneth, you're from Nevada. Awesome. I think somebody asked a question. Max. So Cindy, let me go. We're gonna actually finish with Max, Cindy, because you haven't seen Max yet. So we're gonna say goodbye. We're going to say goodbye to this one, and then we're going to end this live with Mr. Maximus here. We normally end with Rosemary, but Cindy, since you're asking about Max, we're going to go check on him. So just give me a moment. But we're going to say goodbye to little old Rosie. All right. All right, Rosie. We'll see you in a bit. K King, what can you do for a cat that is sneezing? No runny nose? Monitor. I mean, if it continues, if you start to see eye gunk, if the cat starts to act lethargic, not eat its food, not act like itself, a vet trip is necessary. Hello there, Rosemary. How you doing, Rosemary? Hello and goodbye, everyone. Well, hello and goodbye, Rosemary. I hope Justin and Mia are doing well, Rosemary. We're about to finish this anyways, Rosemary. Just a couple of minutes. So, Cindy, Lucinda, to answer your question, Maximus here. He's got these wounds on his face still. He's got three of them now. He's got this one that's basically all healed. And he's got these two that are basically on the side of his face. He's going to go to the vet tomorrow, Cindy. We're going to do blood work, a full panel, just to cover everything. We're also going to be doing like a biopsy, Cindy. They're going to take some of this skin and check for fungal infection, bacterial infection, all that kind of stuff. So we will figure out what is going on with Mr. Maximus. Of course, we hope it's not something like cancer or something, worse, life-threatening. But we will, and if it is, we will do the best we can and support him. It's not a tick, Kenneth. Yeah, no, it's not a tick. These are indoor cats, Kenneth, and we do have ticks, of course. I mean, we live in the woods, and I'm not going to say like, that ticks can't get in here, but I think at least one of the other nine cats would be showing something, and it's just Maximus here. It's just Maxie who has these. Like nobody else has nothing. So I mean, I wish it was a tick because if it was, that'd be simple in a way. But then again, it wouldn't because ticks carry diseases and that can be complicated. So yeah. I mean, or I wish it was fleas. Like fleas are easy as well, just flea treatment. But unfortunately, we have like a flea comb, and he doesn't have any fleas, so it's not that either. I appreciate the words there of encouragement there, Jennifer, as always. Hello there. Is it what was the name? There's a person that popped on. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to be able to say that word. I'm just going to say SJ, if that's okay. I'll just use your initials. All right. Well, we are. Spence, you got a quick question. Do cat use scratching post furniture to remove loose claws? Yes, they do. They do, Spence. A lot of the time, Spence, when like they're scratching a furniture or a scratching post or whatever, that's actually helping them kind of remove that kind of like that dead. It's not skin because a claw isn't skin. I can't remember. It's like a keratone, I think. I can't remember exactly what it is, but that kind of helps them to kind of get off that kind of loose stuff because every so often, Spence, you might see like a nail, right? But it's not the actual nail. It's just like the I don't know like the skin under the nail. That doesn't make sense, but it's just kind of like kind of like how a snake they shed their skin. Same kind of concept. Maya, don't do it. Don't do what? Cat scratch fever. He doesn't have a fever, Kenneth, so uh, not likely. I mean, we know probably pretty sure, Kenneth, it's either food allergies, uh, some kind of parasite, fungal issue or something, or stress. We're pretty sure it's one of these three things, and hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to like kind of take out two of them. Lizzie, you probably already know this, but did you know that cats can be allergic to humans? You think your cat is allergic to you because he sneezes whenever he sniffs my hand. I did not know that, actually, Lizzie. I did not know that cats can be allergic to humans. It could be perfume or a lotion or something that you're wearing, though, Lizzie. Maybe that they're sneezing to. I don't think they're sneezing to you. But anyways, I do have to get going here. We normally only go about an hour or so, and we're a tad over an hour. And I always like to thank you, Kenneth, for the wishes. I do like to let everybody kind of say their goodbyes to each other, to Mr. Maximus, and so forth before I officially get out of here. Kitty King is saying they can be. Well, maybe Max is becoming allergic to me then. It's always a possibility. Hey, buddy. Yeah, he's got some scabs here. He's also losing, so. Bye, Lizzie. Bye to anybody who might be new. We do live streams every Saturday and Tuesday. So, if you feel like coming back and hanging out with this community on Saturday, then feel free to subscribe to the channel. We do a lot of good things here. I won't mention it too much. You can find out when you look at the channel. But anywho, and anyways, hello there, Glare Bear, and goodbye there, Glare Bear. Hope you have a good one. I'll give a couple more moments here, and then Max is needing to be poked to check to see if his numbers are still running good and medicated and fed. And he's looking forward to all of it because this cone gets to go off of his face. Casanova. Appreciate it, Lizzie. Thank you. All right, I'm going to hit that X button and the queen be for you. Thank you. Thank you for the party hat. Max has got a party hat on. He doesn't like his party hat, though. He's not partying with it. But anyways, I got to get going or I'll never stop talking. Thank you, Cindy. I'll post something tomorrow or Thursday about how his appointment went. And we'll see y'all later. Take care. God bless. And bye-bye.
It actually looks so much worse in high def.